Flosstube. Sorry, just dropped my glasses. All right, I'm going to give this a try without any editing. I'm going to take the advice of Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, Julie, Jeannie Schwartz, all told me, just go for it without editing. Oh, Jennifer Upton also. So let's give this a try. It is Saturday morning, July 21st. I'm in my nightgown. Get to see my sexy shoulders. My husband's not here. He went to his music jam this morning. So I brushed my teeth, washed my face. I don't even have any makeup on. So this is what you get. Saturday. Actually, I said it was morning. It's noon. But I'm racing up here to record my second official Flosstube. I did an introductory video, so it's really my third video, but we'll call it Flosstube number 2. I'm BirdStitcher. My name is Betsy. I don't know if I said that at the beginning, but I'm not going to be able to edit it out, so if I repeat myself, let's just go for it. Y'all are so great. I know I'm from New Jersey, and I just said y'all. I don't know why, maybe because of all the Texans I watch, and Donna Ray, who I want to give a huge shout out to. Donna Ray, Flannel Jammy's Farm, was so kind in mentioning my Flosstube. It meant so much to me, Donna Ray. You're so sweet, and I hope you enjoy my videos as much as I enjoy yours. And that goes for all the Flosstubers I watch, which there are many. And also Jan Hicks Creates mentioned my Flosstube channel. Jan Hicks is just amazing. I hope you're feeling better, Jan. She was supposed to go on an RV trip with her husband, and they were both sick and couldn't go, so I hope they get to go soon. I just realized I should have gotten water to sit here with me, but let's just go for it. Hopefully it won't be too long. Now, I do not have a table up here, so everything I have that I want to show you is on the floor. So you're going to see me bending down a lot, but hey, let's just go for it. Oh, I also wanted to mention Lori of Once Upon a Stitch for her shout out on her Flosstube, and also Penny, Crafty 1 Cent. I'm going to figure out how to do links in the box below, so bear with me. It might not be up when my video is up, but I'm going to try and work on that, because I like to share the love. I've discovered all kinds of new Flosstubers, and I want to share them with everybody. So let's start. This is an old FFO. I looked at the date. I actually dated it. It's from 1994. I don't remember. I believe, by looking at the pattern, I believe it's Prairie Schooler, and I think that'll be obvious to you when you see it. But this is what I stitched in 1994. Can you... And I realized after watching my last video that it is not backwards. Yay! Obviously it's a calendar type of thing. You've got January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. I don't remember stitching it, but it looks great. And I just thought I'd share it with you. Alrighty, I do have I'm sorry about that. I did wash my face. I don't have makeup on, but I did wash, so I'm clean. I do have an FO. If you watch me, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this. Ta-da! I love it. Sheep, birds and sheep. I'm a knitter. If you'll see my brace on my thumb, that's why I haven't been knitting in the last several months. I don't know if it's arthritis, tendonitis, but I've been treating myself with ice, anti-inflammatory, and a brace. It's been feeling better, but I'm still cautious by using it. But anyway, I can still stitch. So that is Little House Needlework, Warm Winter Woolens. I used the called for threads, and it's on a 28 count Jobelin. I love it. I am open to finishing ideas for this. Jeannie Schwartz, if you're watching, I'm not going to do this myself. I'm going to take it somewhere. My LNS, which is a stitching shop in Denver, Colorado, they have a framer that they use for their models, so I may use their framer, or I may try a local to me in Arvada framing shop. But if anybody has any other ideas on how to finish this, give me a holler and let me know. Okay, so I have done a lot of stitching since I recorded last, which was about 10 days ago. Let's start with the Coffee Bean Sampler. This is by Heartstring Sampler, Beth Twist. I need to take the hoop off because I was working on it earlier today. And here we go. Let me move. Oh, ta-da! Can you see that? I did make some changes. It's shorter. The pattern, let me get the picture for you. Sorry, hold on. This is the pattern. I eliminated this part right here, B twist. Obviously that's the designer. I just took that out. And so it says my birthstone is the coffee bean. When I finish this, I am going to be doing a pass the stash. My husband, Scott, is pretty much the keeper of the house, and he cannot stand clutter, hoarding, anything. So I try to be respectful of that. And I thought, you know what, when I'm finished with a pattern that I've stitched, I'm just going to pass it along to somebody who wants to stitch it. So that will probably be I probably will be done the next recording. So I will have a pass the stash on the next Flosstube and ask for comments of people who want to stitch this, and then I'll do a random number generator and send it along to the lucky winner of that. So I really enjoy this. I think I'm a sampler stitcher now. All right, sorry, everything's on the floor, so I have to keep looking down. You can see my gray roots. I need to go get my hair dyed. Which reminds me, I really appreciate Donna Ray talking about women, us women in our 50s. Donna Ray's a year younger than I am. She just turned 55. I'm 56. And I so appreciate her tips for people of a certain age, women of a certain age even. And I have a tip that I'm going to have at the end. And I'm stealing it from you, Donna Ray, but hopefully it'll be something that will be helpful to people. So stay tuned. Okay. Kitten Stitcher Teresa, the Purple Mountain Apiary. I wrote down Purple Mountain. It's Purple Martin. Martin. I'm going to change that right now. That is the name of Jen Stitch and Knitch. Her bee farm. I don't think you call it a bee farm. Bee apiary. Purple Martin. Okay. I love this, and I have made some progress. Now, it's on dark fabric, 36 count, so it's really hard for me to see. And I'm doing it one thread over one thread over one. How do you say that? One strand of embroidery floss over one square, not over two squares. However you say that. That's what I'm doing. So I need, hold on. There we go. So I need, let's get a little closer here. I need to pull out the big guns when I do this. What are the big guns? My glasses that are 3 times magnifier. You know how you have 1, 1.5, 1.25, 1.75. Well, I use the 3 magnifier glasses and this, which goes around your neck like so, and has a little light. So it magnifies it and it lights it, and I can do it, the Purple Martin apiary, while I have the big guns out. Here's the progress that I've made. I started to get the beehive. Isn't that cute? Ah, gorgeous. I love this. Teresa's so talented, kitten stitcher. Here is what the pattern and it's just gorgeous. There are a lot of us doing this pattern, so if you are so inclined, go ahead and order it. You can only get it from Jen's Stitch and Knitch. It's an exclusive. I'm using the called for threads, but the fabric that I'm using is not the called for fabric. I'm using a 36 count, picture this plus shadow is the color. So the next work in progress that has gotten a lot of love in the last 10 days is by Blackbird Designs. Strawberry Fields Forever. Here's, I'm a huge Beatles fan. Okay, here's a quick story. I grew up in New Jersey and I graduated high school in '79, so Beatlemania was huge on Broadway. So I go to the show with about 5 or 6 of my friends, and you know, we're sitting way back in the seats for Beatlemania. I'm from Jersey. There were all these young ladies, teenagers like me from Long Island, sitting behind us. And, you know, we're all standing and dancing when they're playing. It's really cool. The memory I have of that show was a woman from Long Island. Yes, I'm making fun of a Long Island accent because people make fun of Jersey. I can do a Long Island. And this woman, this young lady shouts out, "I love you, Paul." I turned around and I said, "You realize that's not Paul McCartney?" That was such a B word. Anyway, I just love that. So, joke, I still make that joke to my husband whenever it's the Beatles. I say, "I love you, Paul." Oh, fun times. Here's my progress. The only thing I did really in the last 10 days was this part. This wall, I filled that in. So I haven't worked on this as much, but I love it. Okay. Oh, I'm making such a huge mess. It's a good thing Scott's not home. Okay. I have started, since the last time I recorded, I have started some other projects. The one is the Jardin Prive? I don't know, I'm not French. Pyramids de la Ferme. I know I'm butchering that, but I just started it, and I love this chart. I got this from my local needlework store. This is the chart. Isn't it cute? I love animals. Didn't get much of a start on this. Parental advisory. My stitch, my needle minder here has dirty word on it, an F word, but it's so cute I have to show it. So if you have children and you don't want them to see the dirty word, pause, skip, close your eyes. Here's all I've done. This is on the pig, I think. This is the, I don't know if you could see that. I'll have to look and see the Etsy store. I think it's Stay Home Stitches for some reason on Etsy, but I will look and see. Is that not the funniest thing? Anyway, makes me laugh. I don't even know the orientation of this, but I know that I started with the pig. So it's this right here. Sorry if I offended anybody with the naughty word. Okay. Okay, where'd my glasses go? Uh-oh. Hold on. Oh, there they are. I might edit that out. That was a little too long of a pause. Okay, the other, so that's a new start that I had since the last time I recorded. Now, I've got other works in progress that I did not share on the last video. They haven't really been worked on recently, so I didn't share them last time, but I'm going to share them with you here and hope that that will make me accountable and work on them, because I really do like them and want to work on them. The first is oh, I did share this one. I lied. Little House Needlework, Dear Diary, Julia Flynn, 1898. I just haven't worked on it since the last time, so I'm not going to show my progress on it, but here is the pattern. I really enjoy this. And that I am working on with DMC 28 count Jobelin Dusty Green. So that's going to get some love. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. Scott's going to be gone till about 2 or 3, so I plan, after I get this uploaded, I'm going to stitch my little heart out and watch all the Flosstubes that I didn't get to watch last night because I fell asleep. The next one is that I have not shared is from Heartstring Sampler II. It's the Philip Foster Farmhouse. This I got through a club, through Country Sampler store in Wisconsin. I think it's called like a girls stitching club, girls club. But it's Country Sampler, and they're in Wisconsin, and they offered this as a kit. It was very reasonable. It was under $50. And this, again, this is one, let's see, 36 count R&R Old Mill Java. I'm using the called for threads because it was in a kit, and it's 1 thread over 2. 1 strand of floss over 2. And this is what I have. And I love this needle minder. It's a Ouija board. Ouija. I used to do that when I was in 7th grade. My friend Karen and I would call the spirits, kind of freak us out. Anyway, this is the roof part, so it's kind of, so I need motivation to get through that so I can get to the rest of it. And here is the pattern. See, this was the part that I've done. But isn't that cute? This is a farm near Beth Twist, near where she lives in Oregon. So I love history too. So I thought that was fun to get, and I'm going to work on that one too. All right. Despite what it looks like, I am organized because I've got a list. I've made notes. All right, next is another work in progress that I have not shared before because I haven't worked on it in about a month or 2. And it's by the Crossed Wing Collections. I discovered this designer, and my local needlework store, a stitching shop, ordered a crap ton of these patterns for me, and I'm going to show them to you in a bit. But here's one that I started. It's Bunting's number 7, and I'm doing the Lazuli Bunting on Jobelin 28 count antique white. And I'm using DMC. And I just had it. Hold on. I just had it. Here it is. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to apologize because I just love watching everybody on Flosstube with their own style, their own way of doing things. And we all, I think as women, we're socialized to apologize for ourselves. Well, guess what? I think we in this community just appreciate being ourselves. So I know that you will accept me warts and all. In fact, I had this exchange with the Addicted Sisters, not Stitchers, the Addicted Sisters. Laura and Nancy. I commented on their last Flosstube and said, you know what? We just need to be ourselves and not worry and not apologize. And what you see is what you get. So as long as we're having fun, right? And we are. Okay, so here's the progress that I made. Oh, I guess I should show you the pattern, but here's what. I just love birds. But you already knew that. And here, let's see if I can get a close-up to which one it is. It's the Lazuli Bunting. Okay. I'm just going to show you this, and you tell me which one you think it is, because I can't tell. But I don't want to show you the chart, obviously, but it's on there. It's one of those. And I'm using the called for DMC. But Crossed Wing Collection, they have a website and they just have a million patterns on birds. So if, like me, you love to stitch birds, and I know you're out there because I've had a lot of wonderful comments from people who love to stitch birds, there you go. Okay, that's it for works in progress that are in the rotation and soon to be in the rotation, and hopefully I'll show you some progress on those later on. Now let's talk about what I have kitted up and what I plan to stitch in the future. The first one is Louise and Henry. And I'm sorry, I'm looking for it. I really do need to get a table. Ah! Right here. Do I not have? Dagnabbit. Got it. Here is that's not it. Here we go. Crinkle, crinkle. Sheep. I have it all kitted up. The only thing I need is the fabric, which I did just order from 123 Stitch. I think it's going to be 36 count something. Isn't that cute? I'm just going to use the DMC conversion. Maybe, yeah, it's a conversion. It calls for fancy floss, but I'm just going to do the conversion. So there you have that. It's going to be something I work on probably when I finish the coffee bean sampler from Heartstring. Okay, The next one, and I just ordered fabric for this because I have all the floss, is Blackbird Design Loose Feather Series number 5, Sing a Song of Seasons. I have the called for 4 threads all ready to go. I just ordered the fabric that'll be here on Monday according to 123 Stitch. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love the colors. I love it. Love it, love it. That I'm going to start, I almost said cast on. I'm going to start this on Monday when I get the fabric. So those are my planned starts for next week that I'm going to start and put them in my whip rotation. Now, let's talk about big enabling stitch-alongs. Okay, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, Julie. You are an enabler. She, on her last Flosstube, showed a pattern by Barbara Anna Designs. I've never stitched anything by Barbara Anna Designs. It's called Snooty Parrots. Just the name, okay? I'm there. Snooty Parrots. Got to do a stitch along. Starts August 1st, and I will try and put the details in the down bar box of YouTube. If I can't figure that out, follow me on Instagram, BirdStitcher, and I'll have the hashtag. Julie, we need to, there are 3 hashtags for the Snooty Parrot Sampler Stitch Along. There's 3 different ones that had already been started, as you mentioned in your Flosstube. So I don't know if you want to do all 3, make a new one, whatever you want to do. But the ones I wrote down, there's hashtag Snooty Parrot Sal. Actually, it's Snooty Parrots Sal. There's 2 S's. The other one is hashtag Snooty Parrots, and the other one is Snooty Parrot Sampler. Those are the 3 hashtags. Maybe I'll try and put that on the screen if I try and do any kind of editing. I don't know. We'll see. But it is on my Instagram. I have tagged it. So I'm watching Julie, and I put it on pause as soon as she shows this. And I ordered from 123 Stitch, and it was here in like 2 days. OMG. Is it August 1st yet? I ordered the called for threads and 40 count mallow linen fabric. And I'm starting that August the 1st, as I like to say. Join us. Okay, another stitch along that starts in October, on October 1st, is the Honk Run Hallo stitch along. Okay, I saw this the first time on Social Stitching on their Flosstube, the Allison and Jennifer up in Canada. Amy Loves Toads. Who else wrote this down? Jeannie Swartz, Cheryl McKinney, Jen and Allison are all doing it, and it's hashtag HRHSal 2018. This broke the bank. This is my big 2018 purchase, indulgence, whatever you want to call it. I'm doing the houses of Honk Run Hallo. With the silks. The silks I'm using, what's the brand? I can't even say it. I got it from my L&S, and I have some that are on order because they didn't have them, so, but I've got plenty of time till October. Okay, I'm doing the SOIED''ALGER silks. They ain't cheap. First time on 40 count. And I'm using Newcastle in Parisian taupe. Oh. Take a look. Okay, I need help. This is huge. It's a huge project. I like to use these cheapo frames, hoops, from, I think Susan Bates makes them. They're a couple bucks. I've tried everything. I've tried the Q-snaps. These are lightweight. They hold, they don't put a lot of pressure on my thumb, a lot of strain, and I really like them. This ain't gonna be fitting in a hoop. And I know I could, you know, use a hoop and move it around, but I need your help because I see things on YouTube and on the internets about scroll frames, stretch rods. I don't know what they are. Can someone give me some advice? I want something, it doesn't need to be portable because I think this project I'm not going to take away from my house. I'm going to work on it just at home. I mean, I need to ensure it's costing so much money to do the damn thing. So it can be something that isn't portable, but some kind of frame that I can keep it in and I can just go work on it when I want to work on it. But keep it clean and neat and in one place. So any suggestions that anybody has, please put them in the comments or send me a message on Instagram or leave a comment here. I sure would appreciate it because I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm excited. I hope everybody will join in the stitch along. You know, it's funny because I heard from Jen and Allison. What did I do with the fabric? Oh. I heard from Jen and Allison on my Instagram that they had not seen the houses of Honk, Run Hallo. I don't know. I just saw it on when I was doing a search on the carriage house samplings when I was participating in the stitch along, and I saw it. So I don't know if it was a new release, an old one that's out of print, but I asked my local local needlework store to order it for me, and she did. So it's called Houses of Honk, Run Hallo, and I don't think a lot of people are going to work on that or stitch on that. So if you like it, go ahead and see if your L&S can order it for you. It might be on some of the other online vendors. And that's about it for my plans. This is getting to be 33 minutes, so I want to, of course, share with you oh, haul. I don't have much. I mean, the Honk Run Hallo, that was enough, right? Teresa Kitten Stitcher posted on Instagram. Hello, I'm there. I don't know when I'll start this. I haven't kitted it up, so it's just in my stash, waiting. It is Arithmetic Book by Kathy Barrick. And then I also had to get this from Teresa, Fractor Bird Kit. It doesn't come with the fabric, but it has the threads and the pattern, and then the jute is what that's called. Isn't that cute? That'll be a quick little stitch. I don't know when I'll do it, but. And that Of course, the Barbara Anna design, Snooty Parrots, that's haul as well, so that goes into 2 categories. Okay, my last video. In the beginning, I showed the Feed the Birds chart. I said I had no idea what pattern it was, the designer. Well, a commenter on Instagram and a commenter on Flosstube identified the designer, so I Googled it and I found it and I ordered a copy. It's out of print, but I got it for $9 on eBay. Hold on. It's called Feed the Birds by Marilee A. Beams. The original price tag on it is $4. As you may recall, I stitched it in 1997, and I'm looking for a date that this was, 1992 is when it came out. It's bent, but oh well. Now, because I've already stitched this, I don't need this. So I am going to do a little giveaway, but we can't call it a giveaway, remember? You have to be 18 or older. Don't put giveaway in the comments, but why don't you tell me what your favorite bird is? I know this has been asked on other floss tubes, but I'm not proud. I will steal. I will appropriate. What's your favorite bird to stitch? Or your favorite bird, period. And put that in the comments, and I will do a random number generator in the next video, which will be 10 days to 2 weeks. Yeah, and I will send this to the person who is picked, and then random number generator. Isn't that cute? If you didn't watch my last video, go watch the beginning, and I film the one that I've done, my FFO that's hanging in my hallway. Okay. Lastly, my tip for aging. It's not really a tip. We, at least my parents' generation, and my parents are long gone, but if they were alive today, they'd be in their 80s. It was really taboo when I was growing up with my grandparents to talk about hearing loss and, you know, the idea that somebody might need hearing aids, or, you know, you're frustrated because somebody says, you know, hey, you know, you need to go get your hearing checked, and oh, there's nothing wrong with my, I just remember those conversations with my grandparents, and it was a big taboo. Well, about 4 years ago, I was doing a trial and I couldn't hear a thing. I was picking a jury and I could not hear. So what I had to do was ask the court for the hearing device. It looks like a stethoscope. I was mortified. I mean, I wasn't embarrassed to say I couldn't hear, but I was mortified to have to wear this contraption through the whole trial so I could hear the witnesses, I could hear the jurors answer questions, whatnot. And they hurt. The court little stethoscope things hurt. And my husband had been, you know, nagging at me, like, because he had to repeat himself a lot and I couldn't hear in big crowds. I don't have pride. And after that experience in trial, I said, you know what, I'm going to get my hearing checked. And this was, what did I say, 4 or 5 years ago. So I was in my early 50s and I went and got my hearing checked. And sure enough, I needed hearing aids. Life changer. Look at these little things. Isn't that cute? I got one for each ear. My left ear is my worst one. Like when I go to bed at night and I'm lying on my right side and my husband's talking, I just hear These have been a life changer. I haven't put them in yet because I wanted to show them to you. So you just close them up, stick it right here. I was wearing them in my last video and you didn't even know. And it's funny because I see a lot of people our age, men, you know, who it doesn't hide behind their hair or whatever. Oh, here we go. Can't even see them. Can't even feel them. And I can hear in a restaurant, I can hear the words that are being formed. And before it was just, you know, and especially high pitches I couldn't hear. So my tip is, if people around you are getting annoyed because you keep asking them to repeat themselves, or if you're missing out on conversations at parties, or I just sound like a commercial. If you're missing out on conversations at parties, big crowds, restaurants, anything like that, go get your hearing checked. You may need hearing aids. And it's not the end of the world. Do I look like an old lady because I have hearing aids? I don't think so. I look like an old lady because of my bags under my eyes and my turkey neck. But not because of my hearing aids. So that's my tip. Let's embrace all of the warts and bad things that come with age. We can mitigate it, okay? We can still enjoy life and get over our pride. So that's my public service announcement for those of us who are over 50 or maybe even over 40. Oh, one more thing. This is for Julie of Kansas City Girl in the Colorado World. She was distracted in my last video by these. This one, and then I got a red one. They're picture frames, but they're little chairs. I ordered them on Joann's website. I think Julie said she was gonna go check out the local Joann. She lives near me actually, and she was gonna check out and see if the store had them. They were on sale, I wanna say like $8 maybe. Don't quote me on that. Isn't that cute? So I thought, you know, I'll put a little stitchy project in here, and maybe a little pillow, little smalls. Isn't that cute? Very patriotic too, the colors I got. So I just wanted, if anybody else was obsessed with those and distracted by them, in my last video I wanted to share them. All right. That's it. That's all I have for today. It's been great spending time with you. And I'm sorry if I missed anybody shouting out, but I have been watching so many floss tubes. Let me just go through a list of who I think you should check out. Okay. Country Stitchers, Kitten Stitcher, Jen Stitch and Niche, Country, oh no, sorry, that's the wrong one. Donna Ray at Flannel Jammy's Farm, Kitchen Stitchers, Jennifer Upton, Misty Purcell, Snug Harbor Crafts. Are they a hoot or what? Oh, I was having the worst day last week and they put their video out and I watched it and I laughed so hard. They're just so fun. Amy Loves Toads, Tranquil Stitches. That's Cheryl McKinney. She's also doing the she started the Run Hallo Stitch Along, I think, one of the starters of that. Stitching Social, Jen and Allison. Helen D, East Coast Crafter or East Coast Stitcher, I'm not sure. Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World. Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, Julie. Jeannie Swartz, Once Upon a Stitch, Lori. Jan Hicks Creates. Those are the ones I never miss. But I also want to give a shout out to some new floss tubers. Crafty 1 Cent, Penny. 2 Dye House, Kathy. And Joyzy. She just put one out last night. She's great. Susicle Stitcher is Julie. Little Yellow House Crafts, that's Nell. Dee's Delights, Diana. She just has a new one out. She's in Florida. Silver Scissor, that's Elizabeth. Stitchy in Colorado is a new one. Trisha and Jack. It's a mother-son team. Isn't that awesome? Oh, I wish I could have gotten my son into cross stitch. Okay, when he was 3, he called it crotch stitch. So I still call it that. Socks for Mum, Caitlin and Stitches, and Sarah Shepherd. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Go check everybody out. We're having so much fun sharing all of our stitchy goodness. It just puts me in such a happy place. And thank you for spending time with me again. Thank you for all the love. Please subscribe to my channel. Click up, the thumbs up if you like it. Leave a comment with questions. Answer any of the questions that I had. See you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye.